This podcast may contain views and opinions which are those of the hosts and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of any local agency, organization, union, employee, or company, including the podcast.
Angry. Ready?
Ready.
Angry?
No, I'm good now.
Angry. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Off the Clock Shop Talk.
Hello.
A little throwback to the Hangry episode.
Angry.
If you haven't seen that, I want to check it out. Thank you guys for tuning in every week. We appreciate you. I don't know, George. Obviously, we don't have a guest this week. Just me and George hanging out. Wanted to pop in and give you some fun facts from the Teamsters newsroom.
Yep. So Teamsters newsroom, you can find that at teamsters.org. And they just have a bunch of topics there that, the Teamsters are like fighting for, organizing, companies that are currently on strike, all that stuff. So the first one we're going to talk about is Ascend cannabis drivers in Barrie join Teamsters. So the Teamsters expand presence in multi-state operator. So let's see here. Cannabis delivery drivers employed by Ascend Wellness Holdings have voted unanimously to join Teamsters Local 916. Okay. Cannabis delivery drivers are essential to the success of this industry, says J.P. Fiennes, president of Local 916. By organizing with the Teamsters, these drivers are paving the way for better wages, improved working conditions, and a collective voice in shaping their future. Which is a good, obviously joining a union is,
Of course, always
it's
better,
always
right?
better pay, better benefits,
And you might not think so, but from what I understand, I've talked to some cannabis drivers. I've actually, known a couple at times. The job is a very dangerous job.
Fuck yeah, it's dangerous.
They get robbed all the time.
You get robbed a lot. When I still was working in Anaheim, I delivered to one of the dispensaries on... It was like Harbor and 17th. It was off of one of those little small streets off of 17th, just before you hit Harbor if you're going east. And I remember they were telling me they got robbed, and I think shortly after that they got shut down because this was like when I was driving for Anaheim. That was like over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And, it wasn't legal then, so they were just a dispensary. So they would get raided all the time.
That was weird too, those raids. I mean, we're totally going on a little tangent.
A little bit.
Dispensaries, but that was a big old thing. I actually had some buddies that had their own dispensary, and they would get raided, and they'd take all their stuff and their money, and then nothing would ever happen.
Yeah. It's like, where did that... It's like,
really weird.
Where did that money go? Just disappeared?
Yeah, they would get raided all the time. And
like dirty cups.
So they would essentially get robbed by... thieves and policemen.
That's fucking crazy. That really is crazy.
But back to the drivers. I mean, that a very dangerous job. They deserve to be paid fairly for sure.
Yeah.
Deserve some safe working conditions.
100%.
As much as possible. Whatever that would entail, I really don't know.
Yeah. It isn't. I'm trying to see here if it says like if there are specific types of driving. So it says, these drivers work hard every day, and we deserve to be treated with the dignity and respect that all workers should have. Yeah, he's one of the drivers there, an organizer. Teamsters Local 916 represents more than 4,000 workers throughout the state of Illinois, from Chicago to Carbondale and East St. Louis to Champaign. Yeah. Okay.
Because there's got to be, like you said, different types of drivers too.
Of
so you have like your normal package delivery drivers.
That's what I want to know is like, are they offering different levels of service? Is it like half-baked where a dude just goes around on a bike?
Well, I mean, there's probably those, right? There's those.
And then there's the guys that move the big shipments, right?
Yeah, there's got to be guys that deliver, like, loads.
Yeah.
Feeder drivers.
Yeah.
If you will.
Wonder if those guys have, like, Brinks trucks.
Yeah. The feeder drivers of the pot industry. I just called it pot. That's hilarious.
What are you, from the 70s?
Yeah, no one's ever said that in this decade, for sure.
Definitely not in this decade. So I think that's interesting. Like they work hard. I mean, it's a lot of work. You get people like to smoke.
It's labor.
It's labor, and then with the threat of literal violence, that's
definitely
that's scary,
and a lot more than you would think. I mean, I guess it's just because that world was illegal before, so there's a lot of
there's a lot of
nefarious characters.
Yeah, it's probably going to be a while before that becomes so normalized that people aren't even going to think of it that way.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, eventually we're probably going to get to the point where you literally could be like, I'm going to go 7-Eleven, get a hot dog, a beer, and grab a joint.
Yeah.
Like at some point we'll get to that point, right?
Yeah. I don't know. California might ban it because it's flavored.
Yeah. It tastes like marijuana.
Oh, California.
At that point, they're gonna ban tobacco. It tastes like tobacco.
Yeah, it tastes like tobacco.
Like
It's
literally, they
tobacco
want it to taste like
flavored.
nothing.
Yeah. You just want it to be nicotine air.
Yeah, but then nicotine has a flavor. See, where are we drawing the line on this?
I don't know. Where's California drawing the line?
Yeah, I mean, I hope
Shout out to you guys.
Shout out to you guys. Congratulations on joining and organizing. Join the Teamsters. Strong union to join.
Welcome.
Welcome. New Hampshire Teamsters celebrate House vote against right to work bill. So we've talked about right to work before. If you're in a right to work state, so it's like technically you don't need to be a union member to benefit from all the stuff from the union.
The wildest thing. Like
wild.
I can almost get being like, if right to work was like, you don't join the union, but you have your own separate deal with pay rate and benefits, and you don't have to join the union. Fine. You want to, pay, whatever for benefits and all that stuff, not have a pension. Great. That's on you. You can do that. But in a right to work state, those employees still have all the rights to the union
benefits for someone that's like literally paying into it.
That's crazy.
Insane. So I mean, the only thing they don't get right, they don't have no rights to a pension because they're not putting in for it, but they get all the other stuff. They get all the other protections and all that stuff.
I don't know. I don't know the.
No, please don't tell me they get a right to a pension.
I don't know. But that's an interesting question. Hold on. You know what? So, in a right to work state, you'll work in a quote unquote union shop that's unionized, and you'll get all the benefits. You just don't pay union dues.
Yeah.
So we just found out you actually get the pension too. Mm-hmm. So the contributions go into your pension. You could not be a union member and
that's so wild. It really is so wild.
Still get the pension. That is
still
insane
get the pension
to me. If you guys are out there not paying dues in a right to work state, screw you.
Fuck you.
Screw you. Just gonna say that right now.
That's fucked up, man.
That's crazy.
It's wild.
Yeah.
I know some people are like, head over heels happy for that. They're like, ooh, I don't got to pay union dues and I get a pension. I was like, you're a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah. And they are afforded the representation of the union.
Yeah.
That's
wild.
crazy.
It's wild.
And I've seen those guys actually go to panel. So a guy that they don't help pay, a business agent, has to go and put a case on for them and defend them in front of a company who they love, obviously, more than the union, obviously.
It's like, wait, don't you like this company?
Yeah.
So why aren't you sitting
on
over
that
there?
Side?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean they fired you?
Oh.
I
thought they liked you.
I thought they liked you. Weird.
Fucking weird.
Pay your dues.
Pay your dues, man.
Dang.
Go to a
That's
meeting,
frustrating.
too. Go to a fucking meeting.
That is frustrating.
That is
But
wild.
anyways, kudos to them over there for
100%,
for passing that bill. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a big deal. That's a fucking big deal.
And a little bit of a tangent here, but I actually held Teamster Tuesday last week and talked about Drive. I know the Drive guys are going around here in Local 952. If you guys don't understand what Drive is, it actually helps situations like what we just talked about. So for political actions, unions cannot use dues funds to, let's say, lobby a politician, get a bill passed.
They can't use
all that stuff.
Yeah.
So they collect money in this Drive thing, right? And that's the money, the political.
Yeah, it's like raising funds for a campaign.
Yeah, same type of deal. that money goes to help fight battles like that, help fight battles like automation. I think that's the biggest one right now.
Yeah, it's
and
huge.
the drive guys will tell you that's like the number one, I guess, priority for them at the moment.
Yeah.
Is to attack, slow down automation. They're never going to stop it. It's not going to stop.
It'd be. I think it's irreversible at this point. I mean, companies are pushing too hard. I mean, they're trying to eliminate the human workforce because they gotta pay us money.
we gotta pay.
They gotta pay us money instead of paying one repair guy to go fix a robot. So, and eventually they'll replace that guy with another robot to fix that robot.
Yeah, robot fixers of robots. Who's going to fix the fixer?
That's what they want. They want more profits. Obviously, that's what they want. So,
obviously.
Yeah.
But like we said, that Drive fund, just so you guys know, please, if you haven't, sign up for Drive. Ask your business agent about it. They'll give you a little card.
Yep.
It literally takes out $2.
$2. I think was the lowest.
or whatever.
Yeah, there was a couple rungs on there.
Yeah, I mean, you could donate
You can
$5.
donate,
I think I did $5 a week.
Yeah.
And you don't even notice it. Just comes out of your check.
$5 a week. That's a cup of coffee at Starbucks, right?
Yeah, I think you get.
It's a latte.
You can get a coffee for $4.95. I believe is what I pay
for a coffee
when I go to Starbucks.
Yeah.
I don't.
Some old lady's diarrhea that comes out of the machine.
That's a sight to see, George. You just painted a picture in my head, and I didn't appreciate it.
Make your own coffee. Pour over.
Right? It happens. Anyways, so what's the next spot of news, George?
Yeah, so really quick, that local was 633.
633 out of where?
This one was New Hampshire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys.
Shout
Congrats.
out. Next topic here. Maryland Teamsters demand passage of bill regulating driverless vehicles, something we were literally just talking about.
Oh, don't get me started on Newsom.
So House Bill 439 will protect good jobs and highway safety. So Teamsters are calling on the Maryland House of Delegates to pass House Bill 439, which would require a human operator in any vehicle over 10,000 pounds.
Yes, which is exactly what we're looking for, even nationally, really, but obviously that we're attacking it state by state.
Yeah.
That's huge. You talk about all the automation, all the automated vehicles, right? Driverless vehicles that are not only on the roads already, but that are coming. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of labor.
Yeah.
And
the crazy thing is the companies don't give a fuck about like where those jobs go because like they're getting more profit. But you got to think
let's not
about,
even talk about that. They're not worried if anybody dies.
That's the thing. They just
oops, my automated vehicle ran over your kid.
sorry, here's $25,000.
Yeah, like
Here's a gift card to the Olive Garden.
it's crazy. But we need, like this is back to the drive thing. I mean, we need to,
You need to protect
fight
those
these
jobs as much
battles.
as possible.
And unfortunately, it's through politics in that sense.
I mean,
through
it
getting
has
bills
to be
passed,
yeah.
and I don't like politicians. Never have.
No one likes
But,
politicians.
Hey,
Sorry.
it is what it is. You do what you got to do, and in this case, we want to be able to fight those battles. And unfortunately, it takes money.
It definitely takes money. I mean, you need money to raise a campaign to fight against all these. I mean, that it's just necessary.
Yeah. Good luck out there to anybody fighting against the automation. Keep fighting. We didn't give up, even though Governor Newsom screwed us over here in California. We're still fighting. We're still trying to get some drivers, some people behind those automated vehicles because it's important.
Yeah,
It really is. Gotta pay attention.
yeah. I mean, yeah. We've talked about automation on numerous times on the show, like in excess. So you guys should know how we feel about automation at this point.
And if you think automation isn't going to touch you, it's like one of those things. It is.
I hear that so much. Like,
Coming
oh, they're like not in my
everywhere.
lifetime. Like it's right around the corner.
Yeah. It's literally.
I don't think you understand.
They are
They
testing.
have fully automated buildings already. Like for the grocery industry, they have some of that. I mean,
Yes.
we've had Gary Brockett on talking about it before. I've put up videos on our show before of fully automated.
Yeah, the Albertsons Irvine facility, which 952 represents, fully automated. Crazy to see.
It's like all those
Robots
all those
everywhere.
employees now, they're no longer employed. They have robots.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, they got a great deal with the company. All those jobs the new jobs that the
new
automation
ones.
created, 952, specifically James Lopez and those guys, John Green, they helped negotiate and get that language in there, so they got all those jobs because the company was actually going to
Just cut them
hire
out.
the company that installed all the robots.
Yeah.
They have like workers too.
Oh, they were going to use their employees.
They were going to use their workers. 952 said no way.
They're like,
They got them to.
no.
They're going to train all our guys that are already there, existing employees, and get them all up to par, and they'll be working those machines now. So a lot different than before.
Yeah.
But 952 at least secured that, and those are the type of things that we can do as Teamsters to fight automation, and when it comes around and secure those jobs at least.
Yeah. All that shit's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Fun fact of the day, everybody out there. Myself and George just learned that sparkling water is just as good as drinking regular water.
Yeah. Apparently carbonation has like no effect on your body really, which I thought is crazy.
I'm happy about it. I love sparkling water. It's like one of my favorite drinks.
Yeah. So, drink up.
Learn something every day, folks. Anything else you got for us, George?
No, I just had those three topics from the newsroom. They were under the first five.
Okay.
And
just so you guys know, we're going to try to incorporate that a little bit in the show where we have
it'll be a
little small segment on
continuing segment on every episode from now on. We'll have like one or two topics from the newsroom, just to give everyone an update on the Teamsters like overall because it's national.
Yeah.
So
and it's important to know what's going on around the country. I know we all get caught up in our little bubbles, and and we forget that we're a whole labor movement doing labor things out there.
Yeah, I mean, you got some guys like me delivering packages, and you got some guys working in grocery. Some dudes shifting beer around. Like it, yeah.
We're union beings.
Union beings.
Shout out Mark Davison.
Shout out Mark. And that other guy.
I don't know.
I don't know. He hasn't been on the show in a while, so fuck him.
I have no idea who you're talking about. Even though his ass groove is right
Ass
there.
grooves are still in the seat.
But it's empty.
Yeah.
Shout out to him, though. Whatever.
Shout out.
But I guess that's it. I don't know. Well, thank you guys for tuning in every week. We appreciate you. Obviously, another short show for me and George. We just kind of wanted to pop on and make sure we had a little bit of content out there for you. Trying to get it out every week like we had, I wouldn't say we promised,
Trying.
alluded to.
Yeah. It's hard. It's just me and him.
And it's not like we're getting paid anything for this. This is all volunteer time. But we appreciate you guys out there. We want to keep you updated, informed, active, all that good stuff.
All the good stuff.
Keep fighting the good fight out there. Please follow us on Instagram, OCST952. Check us out on YouTube, Off the Clock Shop Talk. Please like, share, subscribe, all that stuff.
All that stuff. We're also on Spotify, so if you want to listen to us, because it's a big
Spotify.
listening platform, you can view us on Spotify, Off the Clock Shop Top. Or if you have questions, comments, concerns, or anything you want to ask, and maybe you want us to talk about something very specific, you can email us at ocst.000@gmail.com. So let us know.
We'll see you next week.
See you next week.